Alright. Hi everyone, I'm here at the Loft Labs booth at KubeCon US, and I'm super excited to have with me Sayam. Sayam, would you probably just want to give a quick introduction?
Hey everyone, my name is Sayam Bhatak and I'm working as the Principal Developer Advocate at Loft Labs. And we are here at KubeCon explaining about vCluster and DevPod.
So, Sayam, I know like you take a lot of interest in the AI ecosystem, and probably this KubeCon has really been focused on a lot of AI. Most companies, most of the keynotes have focused on AI and how you can make AI deployments easier, or even like AI workloads, running AI workloads in the cloud easier. Would you mind like sharing about how Loft Labs is really focusing on AI workloads with the DevPod project?
Yeah, I think overall I would structure it in a way where you have the first day of the keynotes of KubeCon were having a full impact on AI, how the Kubernetes environment. So if you see the CERN keynote done by Ricardo, he showed how create a complete pipeline of queue and then use the intelligent scheduling for rapidly for the next generation of the petabytes of data that they want to do here and there. So I think that is one which is very good. And the next thing is. With vCluster, what you can do is build virtual clusters, and the virtual clusters can help you, like whatever Kubernetes resources, the DRA and all that stuff that you want to use, you can use that. With DevPod, which is another open source project, you can create AI-based dev environments. So I think that is something which many of the open source users do, as because since it's open source, vCluster is open source, so people just try out all the set of use cases. So I think that's pretty much it that we are doing. But vCluster holds a center place as part of platform engineering or whatever core component that is. So I think whatever technology is coming in, whether it's WebAssembly, whether it's AI, if it's runs on Kubernetes, it can run on vCluster because that is a CNCF certified distribution. So that's how it is.
And I know like we spoke about AI workloads, right? Of course, one thing is to actually run the AI workloads to, like, let's say just do your model training, but then it's a completely different ball game when it comes to actually deployment. So one of the biggest, I think, concerns about what machine learning folks have is that there are a lot of moving parts. You have the data set, you have the PyTorch notebook, you have the model weights, and the actual model files. All of them are being stored in different locations, and then like, let's say someone opens up a DevPod environment, they will have to pull these resources from different resources, like from different locations. Whereas with a software, you have a single container image with the model like with the actual code and all of the dependencies. So that's why like projects like GitOps, which allows you to basically package together all of your different machine learning components into one single OCI compliant package with the help of this open source project called as ModelKit. So I think like that can pair up very easily and fairly well with the GPU support as well that you have on DevPod. So imagine that you spin up a new DevPod environment, you allocate the GPU, and then you just pull in the container image that has the ModelKit installed. And now you can have access to your machine learning workloads, the model weights, and the notebooks as well, all inside of that DevPod environment.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would be interested to check out GitOps.
Absolutely. And I know like we didn't really speak much about CI/CD, but I think like that's also a really important part of the entire application delivery process.
Yes,
and
yes.
I think like moving forward, we'll probably also see a lot of AI enhanced CI/CD where we can very easily deploy AI models. So I think like that's also a conversation that we can probably have in the future.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And we see the growth of CI/CD ecosystem, ArgoCon. We have seen projects like Q coming in, the latest stuff. So I think the CI/CD and how scheduling works, intelligent scheduling works, sustainable scheduling works would all be part of that whole ecosystem. The new wave of 12-factor application is just around the corner.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you for having me.